Welcome back. With us now is attorney Angela Lawson of the law offices of J. Vincent Perryman. We're talking about conservatorships. Angela, we got to the point in the conservatorship process in the last segment where somebody's been appointed as conservator. So they've got all these fiduciary duties. What all do they have to get done time frame wise after, hey, I'm now the conservator, I can make these decisions?
Right. Well, the court will appoint you as conservator. You have to go over and get sworn in as a conservator, and they give you an order, which gives you the ability to act. And once you have that order, you have to start putting together a property management plan. I talked in the last segment a lot about how important it is. The court thinks that you need to properly manage their assets. So that in order to oversee that, the court requires that you file a property management plan within 45 to 60 days of the hearing. What that property management plan is it's essentially a list of every asset that they have, that the ward has, all their income, all their expenses, and it lists exactly what they have and how it's going to be managed. So if there's any excess funds, are you going to put it in a CD? What are you doing with this money? Because you need to be using it for the benefit of the ward. And if you have excess funds, you should be putting them in some sort of interest-bearing account or something so that they're not just sitting there stagnant, not being used wisely. So you have this property management plan, and once you have that together, you have to go back before the court with the conservator and get that approved. So you'll again be put on the stand, ask a few questions, and the judge might have some questions, and then that property management plan will be approved. And that is what essentially you use when you're managing their assets. You pay their bills and whatnot based on this property management plan.
And then after the property management plan's approved, you've got annual accountings where you have to basically tell the court, okay, this is how we managed the assets, this is this money that came in, this is where it went,
Exactly. The court requires annual accountings. So essentially you're taking your property management plan and saying, look, this is what I did with the money for the last year, and they should match up pretty well. So you take all the money that came in, all the money that went out, and it should match up as to what any statements that you have, bank statements that have to be submitted along, so they can review it to make sure that all of the money is in fact being used properly. And if the court finds that you haven't been using it properly, they'll want you to come in and explain, hey, what's going on? So it's very important to keep very good records when you are a conservator.
And then are there any other requirements after that annual accounting or anything else that the conservator has to be aware of as far as their fiduciary duties?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not 100% sure where you're going.
Oh, well,
so you have to make sure that everything you're doing is for the benefit of the ward. That's the main thing. That's the main fiduciary duty that is emphasized over and over and over. It's for the benefit of the ward. So health care, finances, everything. And
I guess if you're not doing that, then the court could remove you and either appoint the county administrator or some other interested party.
Right. There is a way to go in and have someone removed as conservator. The court, if they find that this accounting is just way off, or if they have other knowledge that you're not acting properly, they can have you removed, or someone else can come in and file a petition to have you removed, saying that you're not acting in the best interest of the ward, and then you'll have a hearing of sorts on that.
And generally in the successful ones of those, it's either that the health care needs of the ward are not being met, or money is just being stolen and misused.
Correct.
And that's part of the reason why here in Shelby County, the probate court is really, they focus on the accounting, and they've got the new accounting forms down there and everything, because we've had some issues with people stealing money,
Right.
And I mean, it's not just in conservatorships. You've got Rossi and Parker that both went to jail for taking their clients' money.
Right.
So I guess in our last 30 seconds here, very quickly, how would you go about finding a competent attorney to handle this matter for you?
Someone who is very familiar with the probate court, someone who has experience doing conservatorships, because there are a lot of steps, and if you miss one, then you could, take you down the wrong road, and it's hard to get back in place. But someone that's very familiar with estate planning and things of that nature as well.
Okay, very good. Our time is up for this edition of Legalese. I would like to thank our guests for taking time out of her busy schedule and being with us and sharing her thoughts and insights. If you'd like more information about Legalese or any other program on GHS TV, please refer to our website at www.ghstv.org. You can also reach us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to join us next month for more discussion on legal topics. Until then, I am Vince Perryman.